12 titles, Your Honor.
So, as far as the defense is concerned, you are excluding 29 titles in that list issued by the Land Registration Authority.
Exactly, Your Honor.
All right? What is the position of the prosecution with respect to these 12 titles?
Insofar as the 12 titles, Your Honor, defense admitted, Your Honor, that it includes 4 properties that the prosecution is claiming to be owned by the Chief Justice, and I will enumerate them as well, Your Honor.
Yes.
And these are number 22 in the list, Your Honor, TCT number 2093-P, the McKinley Hill lot, marked as Exhibit G, in the name of Maria Charina R. Corona, acquired in the amount of 9,159,940, Your Honor. The second property, Your Honor, is item number 29, title number TCT number 004-2010010259, in the name of Maria Carla Castillo, marked as Exhibit X, and this is the La Vista property acquired by Maria Carla Castillo for 18 million from Mrs. Cristina Corona, Your Honor. The third property claimed by the prosecution to be owned by the Chief Justice, Your Honor, is number 37 in the list, and this is the TCT number N-327732, the Cubao property, which is in the name of Constantino Castillo III, which he acquired, Your Honor, 15 million pesos, Your Honor. Constantino Castillo III is the husband of Maria Carla Castillo, Your Honor.
All right.
And number 4, lastly, Your Honor, is number 39 in the list, TCT number N-260027, the Kalayaan property, Your Honor, registered in the name of Constantino Castillo III, married to Maria Carla Castillo, acquired in the amount of 10,500,000, marked as Exhibit F of the prosecution, Your Honor.
All right. So, of the first 17, you made a reservation on one title. Okay? Correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
And on the second batch of 12 titles, you made reservation on 4 titles.
Yes, Your Honor.
And those are stated in the record. Now, for purposes of clarity and accuracy, the court now instruct you to submit your respective memorandum on this issue and justify your position, the position of the defense, for the defense, and the position of the prosecution, for the prosecution with respect to the 5 titles over which you made a reservation. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Correct?
Your Honor, please, just a word for the record to correct the earlier statement that the price or consideration for the McKinley property, Your Honor.
The statement of whom?
The statement of the opposing counsel, Your Honor, that the price for the acquisition of this McKinley property, Your Honor, is 9 million. This is contrary, Your Honor, to the existing record, which is a deed of sale.
Treat that in your written memorandum.
All right, Your Honor. But just to make this of record, Your Honor, instead of 9 million, Your Honor, the price actually is 6,196,500, Your Honor.
Is there a deed of sale?
Yes, please, Your Honor, and I'm reading from the deed of sale, Your Honor.
And the deed of sale proves that is that value of 6 million.
This is the value reflected in the deed of sale, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank
No,
you,
Your Honor.
Well, treat that in your memorandum.
We will do so as advised,
Okay.
Your Honor.
It's not, Your Honor. It's,
All right.
it's 9 million, Your Honor. It's Exhibit E-15, Your Honor.
Well,
We
anyway,
will prove that, Your Honor.
this is a factual issue which you will have to treat in your respective memorandum. Okay? All right. Next witness. So, there remains a common, I want to clarify, out of the 45 proper real estate assets listed in the listing of the Land Registration Authority, originally submitted by that authority to the prosecution for purposes of asking a subpoena to tecum from this court, 16 remains as recognized real estate asset of the Corona family. Am I correct?
Well, for the prosecution, Your Honor,
29 minus 45 minus 29, 16, subject to the reservation of the prosecution as to 5.
yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, please, just to make the record straight, Your Honor, please. Based on that on the transfer certificate of title alone appearing in the list of the LRA of the list submitted by the LRA administrator, there are 45 titles there, Your Honor.
All right.
We exclude the 17 canceled titles. That gives us only 28 titles, Your Honor.
Yes.
And now we also excluded 12 from the 28, Your Honor. That gives us 16, Your Honor. And
That is your position.
yes, I'm just stating,
But
Your Honor.
the prosecution has a reservation.
Subject to the reservation, Your Honor.
with respect
We
to 5
recognize that,
titles.
Your Honor.
Okay? So, I want you to put this down in writing in your respective memorandum and justify your position. Okay?
If Your Honor, please.
Yes.
If it will not, if it will not be asking too much, Your Honor, may I propose that this matter be the subject of evidence, because this involves question of facts and not merely of law, Your Honor. Because while it is true that the property is registered not in the name of Chief Justice Corona, Your Honor, but in another's name, there is a claim by the prosecution that this belongs to Justice Corona and Mrs. Corona, Your Honor.
That is only with respect to
There are four. There are
in the 12,
There are
and
four.
then 1 in the 17.
Yes, Your Honor. There are 4 in the excluded list and another 1, Your Honor. And I do not think that the memorandum will solve the validity of the claim of each of the contending parties in here. So if it will not be asking too much, may we humbly request, Your Honor, that evidence be required for purposes of enlightening the court as to the claim of both parties, Your Honor. It is not merely a
With
question.
respect to the 4.
Yes, Your Honor.
The 5. The
Yes,
5.
Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any,
Because if I understood correctly, I hope with the kind indulgence of the Honorable Court, if I understood correctly, Your Honor, there is an admission on the part of the prosecution that this question titles, Your Honor, do not carry the name of Chief Justice Corona and Mrs. Corona as registered owners. But
they
not with-
argue that even if these titles are not in the name of
Justice.
the respondent, Chief Justice and his wife,
Yes, Your Honor.
still, this
Still.
property are supposed to be his.
Precisely, Your
All
Honor.
right.
There is where the issue
So,
of fact
I
comes
agree.
in.
That is subject of proof.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So ordered.
We agree, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. President,
So we are talking here of 21.
Yes, sir.
21, isn't it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. President,
The majority floor leader.
yes, may we call on the witness now?
Well,
Attorney Diaz.
we would like to manifest, Your Honor, that this is our turn to cross-examine, and there's no cross-examination for the prosecution, Your Honor. So far as the administrator.
Is there a redirect from the defense?
Since there is no cross, Your Honor,
So-
may I be allowed to say,
Yes.
that does not require, but may we be allowed to ask a couple of additional direct, with the kind permission of the Honorable Court.
Granted. Bring the witness in.
Yes, Mr. President, and also there are a number of members of the court, senator judges who wish to ask questions on the witness, to the witness.
Pula daw ni Miriam.
Inaantabayanan po ang pagtatanong nitong mga senator judges para dito sa susunod na witness itong nagbabalik na administrator ng Land Registration Authority, Attorney Eulalio Diaz.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At bago ang pagtestigo ni Diaz ay nakita po natin ang pagkakasundo ng depensa at prosecution na ihayag kung alin talaga ang mga property ang pag-aari ni CJ. Ngunit hindi pa rin sila nagkasundo, Gio.
Alinsunod dito doon sa earlier agreement kahapon no, upang mapabilis ang proseso, mag-confer na lamang ang prosecution at ang defense ukol sa mga properties. Kasi nga, ang inassert ng prosecution, hindi naman din talaga 45, at which the defense agrees na hindi talaga 45. Base doon sa binigay o pinisenta ng